Hello, everyone, and welcome to season 3, episode 7 of The Spotlight. Of course, you have your 5 beautiful, funny, charismatic hosts with you today, but we've also brought you 2 other special guests. So welcome to the first time to the show for both of you. Welcome, Dana, and welcome, Eric. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
We actually have new guests this time, and we're not reusing guests. So
lovely. Okay, a few things with NBA. It's been a while since it happened, but Clay's return, obviously. I know Therese is very excited about this.
I just think they're pretty cool. I don't know.
They're just cool guys.
I feel like the league is just like so much more fun when they're like
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah.
It's going to take a bit. I'm a bit scared he's never going to get back to what he used to be, because it seems like especially in the NBA, when a player gets an ACL injury, when they come back, they're just, even if they can get back to a certain level, I mean, we've seen it with Paul George, he's still been a good player, but not getting back to that MVP level or MVP caliber level. So I'm a little nervous Clay is not going to get back to the same Clay he was before.
Yeah, for sure. Plus he's had such a long time, just healing from his injury. So I think that helps, because I feel like a lot of the time in basketball, they'll take, just the minimum amount of time or however long, right? But he took it's been years.
No, I was just gonna say, I absolutely hate that injury. Of all injuries in sports, ACLs or knees, I think that I can't stand that. So I'm actually happy to see him have taken the correct amount of time to recover and come back. Because I feel like that's a pretty easy one to tweak again or have a problem with.
Eaton knows her knees.
It's currently being iced and elevated at the moment, ladies. Very similar to Klay Thompson.
What's going on in the hockey world? First of all, death, taxes, and Marchand's beef with Carolina. Let's talk about it, because the entire world was too stunned to speak, everyone. This man,
I forget which tweet I sent you guys. I think it was the one when he replied, when he said you're the reason we pay 20% escrow, and I just was I was rolling. I don't know. I thought it was so funny, because I feel like NHL players never have personalities like this.
That is amazingly funny. I've never been happier.
I think Marchand's just unbeatable. It's just he talks all the crap, but he backs it up every night. So it's impossible to say anything to him.
Moving on, it was 3-1.
Congratulations. You just won our game. Who's going to the retirement home?
It happened against my team.
Keaton, I really don't like you drinking out of that mug.
That mug is
That's kind of really.
I think you should put it aside, because it's good for later. You can be
okay, I'll
at a certain
wait. I'll bring it
conversation,
up.
but do I want to see it now? Not really.
Okay, I'll put it. I'll keep it down out of camera view, or I'll turn my camera off to take a sip if I have
it's
to.
not the vibe.
Yeah, the Leafs suck. They no, they actually don't suck. They're I fell asleep admittedly after the first period of that game, and it was 8 o'clock, and I was what am I doing with myself? How am I falling asleep at this hour? But they were up 2-0, and so I didn't feel that bad falling asleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the third, and they were it was 5-3 at the time, I think.
Honestly, if Mikheyev scores, it's what do we? It might as well be a win. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and Marner got the power play goal for the first time since pre-COVID. So
he's Marner.
That's embarrassing.
I can't.
That's embarrassing.
He's actually been playing a bit better. I think what needs to happen is I think they need to separate him from Matthews. And this is something that I've been thinking about for a little bit now. I think if you look at the numbers, I think Matthews' point production is actually better away from Marner than it is with him. And to think that if we had a second line of Tavares, Nylander, Marner, that would be amazing, right? And you could have that first line of Bunting and Kasha with Matthews or something like that. And I think it would just it would make us a much bigger threat down the lineup.
Nice.
Wow, that was kind of deep.
Yeah, you really went off there.
Yeah.
We're not used to such analysis. We were all wow, okay.
Wow.
Oh, a new mug. Who this?
Yep, this is less distracting.
Christine Sinclair won the best FIFA special award, Queen Behaviors. We love her. Steph Labbe, defense, our Ministry of Defense is retiring this spring. So sad. She's amazing.
I was just gonna say, I've never been more interested in soccer than that whole run that they did last summer. Being able, because subtle flex, I was in the building at CBC when they won.
Whoa. like
cool.
flex.
Let's
the-
give him his moment.
Yes. The building went kind of crazy when we really weren't supposed to be going crazy. But Labe was an absolute monster the entire tournament. To see her retire is obviously, I think we saw her go out on her highest note, which is definitely something that we can all be happy about. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching them.
Super Bowl trailer for halftime show dropped. I don't know if anyone else wants to take the lead on this, because I know Keaton's a big Eminem fan, so we know her answer.
Yeah, I love Eminem. That's all. Marshall Mathers, I love you. No. And actually, I think it's going to be a good lineup, but there's a lot of heavy hitters. So it'll be interesting to know how they divide up time or how they plan to go about that, because you've got a lot of huge, really well-known people. Like, it's not just one act and like somebody else. Like, that's those are big names to have.
Who's performing?
Kendrick, Eminem, Mary J. Blige,
Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre.
Don't they usually have like two?
Yeah, they usually just have like 2 acts. I don't know.
Yeah.
They have to find a way to figure out to follow up the best Super Bowl performance of all time.
For one weekend fan here, Eric Crookshank.
Yeah.
Him being lost, that's literally me 24/7. My brain cells. I know Alex and Kayla want to talk about X Games.
Anytime I think about X Games, I'm like, Mark McMorris. Like, I made like a really fun Twitter account. He followed it, so I just like subtle flex there. You know, I like to talk about my fan video edit account that, you know, me and Therese somehow, that's how we became friends. And yet there was more, because I had a Twitter account called Mark McBurger, and I just like to point out that I messaged him on, I made a video. Don't shake your head at me, Dana. I made a video. I sent it on Facebook, and I messaged him this long message. He responded, said he saw it. I don't know if he saw it. I think he did see it. So that's like one of my most proudest moments. I don't know. Do you guys watch like any reality TV shows? Any TV? No. Strictly.
Okay, the closest thing that I've gotten to is I actually just started watching MasterChef the past
Okay.
couple
Good
weeks.
show, good show.
That's an
Good show, good
excellent
choice.
show.
Yeah.
Let's just shout out our Celebrity Big Brother cast. Tyler Cameron, most relevant, I would say.
I feel like Jerry Trainer is going to be pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I feel like seeing Jerry Trainer like actually being a person and not like the crazy character that he was on iCarly is gonna be really weird. Like, I think it's gonna ruin it for me, honestly. Like,
Maybe he'll be like the same, like just like the same when
that would be amazing, and that would be very entertaining, and I would probably watch the show if that was the case.
Now, moving on for entertainment today, guys. I actually don't know this band, but apparently it's big news.
How do you not know this
Eric
band?
is big.
Eric is
Like,
a
he's leaving.
Love
Come
the
on.
call.
You want to take this one, Eric? Or
Yeah, I'll take this.
We're
one.
so sorry
In
for your
disappointment.
loss. Or at least I'm sorry for your loss, because I was also a fan of them.
They canceled all of their tour dates except for Coachella, and they're playing another show at the O2 in London. Yeah, very, very sad news for me, especially like I've kind of put a lot of my friends onto this group. It's tragic. Their story is insane. They met on a Kanye West fan forum site.
This
Like,
is
yeah.
Eric's
I love
like
it.
One Direction breaking up moment. Like,
Oh,
this is,
100%.
It is.
This is like I empathize. I'm an empath. I empathize so much with directioners now after this has happened. I could go on for hours about it, so I'll stop now.
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
Tom Holland has been kind of picked as the #1 person to host the Oscars this year. And Kayla, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think you know how I feel. I don't even know if I need to say anything. I think I just need
Just
to
hold it up.
show this, and you guys know how I feel. Like, you know, people were like, he's gonna say a joke, like no one's gonna laugh. They're gonna cut to Zendaya, and it's gonna be like her like freaking out laughing. Like,
I say just get Ricky Gervais for every award show. I don't want anybody else.
Yes,
I
he's
want
so
literally
funny.
anybody
Like-
else. I've never liked a host except for him. So
He's
He's a
Really?
knight of the
Like-
museum.
Yeah, so he's in the
Yes.
museum, right? He's the manager.
Wow,
I
I
do
did
remember
not even
that.
remember that.
Alex is a big fan of like National Treasure.
Stop. we don't-
He loves those historical.
He loves the
museum
artifacts.
movies.
I don't know. National Treasure is so good, and it gets so much hate on the show, and I won't stand for it again.
How do we get from Tom Holland hosting the Oscars to National Treasure?
I don't-
Like, I don't. Where's the
Ricky
line?
Gervais, Night at the Museum, National Treasure.
The next thing on entertainment, I think we already touched on it a bit, but we'll talk about it again. With you guys, The Weeknd's new album. What are our overall thoughts
Eric's about to go off.
on it? Eric, let's
Favorite
go.
album
In
Look at-
this
oh,
essay, I will.
Feeling like Ron McClain on Hockey Night in Canada. Did you guys see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's signed. This one's not. But yeah, let's talk about it. I mean,
Go.
it's an experience like no other. I think this new one is actually a better overall listen than After Hours is.
Hey, you think? Because I swear I've seen on Twitter everywhere people are like, I don't like this album. It sucks. Like this. That,
Yeah.
and other. It wasn't. I don't think it was like terrible. Like
It's very much a passion project, I think, for him, because he's doing stuff that, like, as much as people want to say that it's the same sound as everything else, it's really not.
okay, wait. So out of all the Weeknd albums, where does this rank?
All right. So
Here we go.
real Weekend heads know Kissland, top tier, number 1. Second, I'm probably gonna go Beauty Behind the Madness. Then I'll go Trilogy. Then I'll go this. Then I'll go Starboy, My Dear Melancholy. Oh, I completely missed After Hours. I don't know. Throw that up top too.
Kayla is going to absolutely love this next point, but we don't talk about Bruno. Just an all-time
Everyone,
fantastic
Stand
song.
for the national anthem. Let's go. Stand.
I listened to it in preparation for this, and
It's mid, right?
I'm gonna be honest, it's
Eric's
pretty
gonna
mid.
hurt my
Yeah,
feelings.
like I don't.
It
Is
is
it loud? Is that loud?
If you watch like the entire
movie.
movie,
Yeah,
The new MCU content, Moon Knight trailer dropped recently.
Or-
I saw the trailer. It looks really, really good, I think.
It'd
And
be a series,
I-
right?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. That's
I
dope.
think with Disney, they're gonna have to make these series really good. And
I hope that I kind of hope that they stop doing just the 6-episode series though, because I feel
Yeah.
like because of that, they're like cutting so much stuff.
Recent change to the M&M traits. Of course, we all know the animated M&Ms from the commercials, and they've changed some of them to be more inclusive, more current with the times, more respectful to, pronouns, gender identification. And I believe one of the biggest changes was with the green M&M. They took away her high heels.
Heels.
And they gave her sneakers.
No.
it's
You know,
cartoon
we're not-
M&Ms.
that is what I was going to say exactly.
I maybe see
Talking
one
about,
of those commercials a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm
You
paying
don't-
attention to
more.
their shoes.
It's just not that deep.
This is like the Office meme where it's like
They're
Hands
the
like
same
Cobra
picture.
wants you to find out the difference between these two photos. I mean, the heels are the
They took
most
off her boots.
obvious thing. Yeah.
It looks so weird with the shoes now.
And
Yeah.
they lowered the
Just trying to-
heels of the brown M&M.
Like
Like,
her
it's
shoes are
weird.
upgraded. Her shoes are like upgraded than everyone else's, so it's like really noticeable. Like if you
Yeah.
gave her like the boots or whatever that all the other ones have, no one would bat an eye.
I guess they all
Okay, but they even took away her pose. Like, look at her pose. It's no
Yeah.
longer
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
that's a power.
Forward.
She's a
stance,
bra
for
girl
sure.
now.
She's power
She's a
stance.
bra girl.
Power stance. So funny.
Don't mind me
Wow.
just listening to my favorite song.
Let's go. Let's go.
I
Uh,
High
this-
heels was the one thing stopping me from eating M&Ms. Now she's wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
This actually just came to my mind. I don't know if you guys saw Bo Burnham's special Inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
quite literally what he's talking about as
Yeah.
like the brand consultant guy. He's like, what are you going to do about the fight against systematic oppression, Snickers? And like, it's not to that extent, but it's very close, I feel like.
Yeah.
Debate time. So, guess following the train of movies kind of idea, best movie franchise is our debate today.
I say we were
Should we defi-
inspired by a
Oh.
certain tweet. This is why this question
Hey,
has
good.
so votes.
Good. I think I know what you're talking about.
Kayla,
was-
what's the
It
tweet?
was by Mr. Eric Cruikshank, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, how can you not choose Lord of the Rings? Imagine this trilogy. Okay,
Eric has left
Eric-
the chat.
I'm sorry. How can you like encapsulate the enormous, giant book, enormous books into 3
Mhm.
pieces of content? Okay, number one, all 3 have made top 10, not even top 100, top 10 of IMDb, like with highest ratings. Won 17 more Oscars. Okay, Return of the King won, like literally beat Titanic, Ben-Hur, more, and sci-fi movies actually don't even get nominated that much for
Rarely. Mhm.
for Oscars. And
it's just the way it was a cultural reset. That's all I can say about it. And the score and everything, the characters, the cast. Like, no hate to other franchises.
Okay, Gandalf.
You shall not enter.
Isn't pass?
You shall not pass it.
Come on, Lord of the Rings is your favorite, and you can. Oh,
I'm gonna let Eric follow this one up because you're like bursting at the seams to say something here. So like, go for it.
But the fact that I'm getting called out like this, I feel like I need to defend myself. So I will stand by my original take, which I think was Harry Potter. So Harry Potter not only has transcended the novels that originated it, but it has been the foundation for so many people's childhoods, I feel like. I don't think you could say the same for Lord of the Rings because it's a little bit more of a mature audience, I guess, probably like
Not for babies.
Yeah, it's not for babies. But the thing is, Harry Potter, the first movie, is for babies, and so is the second movie. The shift from the second one to third one is amazing. I think Prisoner of Azkaban is arguably one of the best movies of all time. Like, not even gonna, yeah.
Wow, you're really
All
praising Alfonso
time.
Cuarón
Yeah.
there.
100%. It's like there's a point where you think the movie's over and then it's not, and it gets better. But yeah, I'm not gonna defend the Fantastic Beasts one. Personally, I don't watch them.
I know. I love Redmayne, but I don't know. It was
Ready?
Ready,
We
Eddie.
all-
You said Ready Edmayne. It's Eddie
You
Redmayne.
didn't- You flipped it.
Eddie. I think it's Eddie.
How did you do that so like flawlessly? Ready Edmayne. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Nope.
like,
Isn't that his name? Danish girl.
Eddie Redmayne.
Sorry, I'm like trying to recover from that wild thing Teresa said.
are
That was
you ready to go?
for obvious reasons, like the MCU, Harry Potter, Star Wars, for same things like what Eric said. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say. I just like I'm not good at debating, but I like for obvious reasons those ones I love. Also will say Twilight just because it was a cultural reset. Like, is it the best one? No, but is it a great franchise for what it did for cinema? Yes. Bella, where the hell did you get Loca? Come on.
You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster.
Baseball scene, the baseball
Oh
scene
yeah, I watch baseball for that scene.
invented cinema right there. Like,
I have this really cool thing for Harry Potter. I'm gonna go get it. You guys can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like when Pete came on.
Did you guys ever go to Universal to like the Harry Potter?
Yes.
one?
No, I
Yeah,
wish.
it's really cool. You literally feel like Sam, you're literally like in like
Yeah.
the world. Like, what was the word?
If you go
What's
to-
that place
if you go-
called?
Oh, Diagon Alley.
Diagon. Yes.
Diagon
yes.
Alley.
You were talking about Wizarding World. I don't know if you guys went into the place where there's like the wand
shop?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the kid who they did all like the
You
animated
got picked. Wow.
crazy stuff
What?
for animatronic stuff. Yeah.
That's
This
so cool.
you can't see it because of the reflection, but
oh
this
my god.
is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's original pieces of film from the 4 movies.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
That's actually sick.
But Lord of the
That was a
Rings is
huge
better.
flex.
Lord of the Rings is my pick. I'll remind Eric, Therese, listen to this. Eric said that it was like a long walk and that all the battles were the same.
I can't. I'm sorry, Eric. What?
Yeah, there's a lot of walking and a lot of fighting.
Okay.
no, just
What if
don't
I
even-
said in
don't
Harry
even get
Potter
it.
there's a lot of wizarding, a lot of magic? Like it is
You
a
don't
long
need to
walk.
attack me to stand your ground. Like, you can make your point.
I was
Rip
gonna
on
say,
them.
I'm a big fan of all those I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I'm a
Yes.
big MCU fan. But if we're talking pound for pound, most quality, all those other franchises has a bit of crap in between. Lord of the Rings is just straight through perfect. I mean, they're all good movies, but not all the reviews are not all excellent movies.
Like Order of the Phoenix. There's
Yeah,
like
there's a
flaws
bit
in
of-
them.
yeah.
Whoa.
No, Order of the Phoenix.
Why are
literally
we coming?
Sirius
Oh,
Black dies
why
at
are we
the
coming
end.
for
Whoa.
No,
Order?
no,
Order of the
sorry,
Phoenix
Goblet
is
of
Goblet
Fire.
of
there's
Fire.
flaws.
Goblet of Fire.
Don't come for
There's
Order of the Phoenix
flaws.
like that.
Let's
okay?
stay away from Order of the Phoenix.
Star
Best
Wars,
one,
but
though.
there's
Thanks,
two.
Sam.
Everyone's allowed to have one incorrect opinion. It's okay.
We'll talk about this later.
This
Yeah.
is
Pirates of the Caribbean, though. Big one for me as a kid. Like, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean all the time. I can do the whole movies for you. Like, it was one that I just watched on repeat, and I became like, I loved Will Turner and Elizabeth. I was so invested in the reuniting scene between Will and Elizabeth after 10 years was like my childhood, like my little heart needed that.
You're honestly making the case for me that it's a better series than not Harry Potter, but Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
Okay,
not
yes,
good
Hans
movie.
Zimmer and Cloud, whatever.
Entertainment wise, without a doubt.
Sam.
So yeah, MCU, but I feel like that can almost be kind of excluded from this whole conversation. Harry Potter, definitely. But I also had like another one that I mean, as of now, it's all connected and a franchise, but I'd probably say like the Spider-Man franchise. And I just think that like they were all successful somewhat in their own time, or, you know, it's always a hot topic. Like everyone just seems to really love Peter Parker. And I just think
like the most likable character. Like I feel like everyone likes Spider-Man.
You just like to root for him. Like, I don't know, like you just now to close out our debate, the big reveal.
Sam kind of already alluded to it. So like the MCU, it's just such a universe. So I feel like it almost can't even be included in this discussion. And along the same lines,
here it is,
the Barbie cinematic universe. I feel like that really can't be included in this conversation. They're two giants. They can't really compete with the other. You know what I mean? They're just too big.
Alex, I've never seen any of these Barbie movies in my life.
But my actual answer is going to be Harry Potter. So it's not really much of like a surprise. Like it wasn't that I overhyped it. I just want to say like my shout out to Barbie, but it's too big for the conversation. I don't know.
Cutting you off.
Done.
Like, no, this is
done.
I'm done.
What a way to close out the episode, Alex. What a way. Has anybody changed their mind on their opinions based on everybody's well-crafted debates, minus Alex?
No one ever changes their opinions in a debate. It's literally just to just see who's no. I love the fact that you guys called me out on this though.
Eric quote tweeted it first, and then I quote, and then I was like, I liked it, and then I unliked it.
It was just too much.
Look at that! Look at that!
That is
the crazy. Yeah. Yes.
That's like the best scene ever.
Good scene.
That is a good scene.
Good stuff.
Yes, bro. There's so many moments. So many.
We're identical.
On that note, guys, what a really, really good debate. What a really good episode that closes out all the content, all the chaos we have for you. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I had such a good time on this episode. So yeah, on behalf of all of us, just thank you again for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
I love when our guests bring props. So shout out to Eric.
Yes.
Just holding
I had a lot
I
here.
was
Yeah.
sick.